Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to get through airport security with no problems. These are the basic TSA rules for your carry-on bags when you want to fly in an airplane. The Transportation Security Administration has certain rules for your carry-on bags. They have certain rules for your liquids, and now they have certain rules of what you cannot pull out anymore. I'm going to get you through that line going undetected. They're never going to see you because you have packed everything correctly. I'm going to help you know how to pack your liquids and travel essentials. Because of COVID-19 and the transmissibility of the coronavirus, the Transportation Security Administration wants to reduce physical contact. So they've made some changes, much like places in the airport and restaurants you've been to. If you have not flown in a long time, I'm going to remind you of the TSA rules. With the TSA changes, I actually think you're going to get through the line faster because passengers are having to take out fewer things. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Laurie. I am a Houston pilot wife and I share tips to help you travel the globe again one day without a worry in the world. Click the bell beside subscribe and you'll never miss one of my free weekly travel tip videos with packing ideas and travel hacks, all kinds of things like that to get you through airport security. In regular airport security, the TSA rules have changed so that they reduce contact with your travel essentials. You know that when you go through the airport security line in regular airport security, you're going to take out your shoes. The TSA is looking for weapons. That's their main concern. They want to protect the transportation industry. That means the frontline workers as well as you as passengers. So when you go through regular airport security, you are going to take off your shoes and put them on the conveyor belt or in a bin. Then you're also going to take out a liquids bag. The liquids bag has to be 1 quart in size and it has to be clear-ish. My travel tip is to pack your liquids horizontally and it makes more room. You can fit more in, I promise. I learned that after like 10 years of flying. Every container that you have in there has to be 3.4 ounces or less. The container has to be like that. Even if you have a bottle of lotion with hardly anything in it or shampoo, that container is not allowed because it's 3.4 ounces or bigger or smaller. And that's 100 milliliters. You've got your liquids bag, and now the TSA says that you're allowed to take a bottle of hand sanitizer up to 12 ounces. But there are 2 things you need to know. One, that bottle of hand sanitizer cannot go in your liquids bag. It needs to be separately screened. So when you get to the gray bin, just put this in there and your bottle of hand sanitizer. And they also want to screen food because usually food triggers an alarm through airport security and they have to touch your travel essentials or your carry-on bags in order to screen it individually. So the new rule just says that you need to put your food in a clear bag, any size, and put it in the gray bin. Pack your bag while you're at home, and then when you get through airport security, you can separate or divide those items into your family members' bags. And every person gets a clear bag, any size, and they can put any kind of food in there, unless it is a liquid. And a liquid is anything that smushes, squishes, like gels, an aerosol spray, mashed potatoes, cooked oatmeal. If you're traveling with kids, I have a video about some essentials that you may need that might help you. I'll link it up there and in the description box below. One other important rule is to remember that electronics that are larger than a cell phone need to be pulled out also and put in your gray bin. Now, if that makes you nervous, just have everything already packed that needs to go in a gray bin in an easily accessible pocket in your carry-on bag or your personal item bag. That's a carry-on and this is a personal item bag. And then your wallet, your keys, your cell phone, any bulky large jewelry does not need to go in the gray bin. They want it to stay in your personal item bag or your suitcase for reducing contact. When you first walk up to regular airport security, you are now going to have your ticket and your ID, and you're just going to hold them up. You might need to hold down your ticket on this screen reader and then pick it right back up. Occasionally, you may go undetected through regular airport security, but sometimes something in there or on you triggers an alarm. Do not be alarmed. Just take your time and smile and say, yes, yes, okay, I'll follow you. These are the two things you need to know. Because of COVID-19, the TSA employees are now changing their gloves after every pat down. If you did not see that officer pat down someone and then change the gloves because they did it like 20 minutes earlier, you can ask them for a new set of gloves. And you can also ask for a personal pat down. We did that when we traveled with our cat from DC to moving here to Houston, and they just take you to a little private, there's no roof, but a little room, and several women will be in there to watch and to pat you down privately. If you have questions about medicine and how to pack those to go through airport security, I have a whole video for you there. Many of you have asked two things about antibacterial wipes. One thing you need to know is now you can bring the entire tub of antibacterial wipes. I say that takes way too much space up in your carry-on bags, so just divide them into 5s and put them in little sandwich baggies. And another question that you have asked is, can I wipe down the gray bin? And I asked, they said that you can wipe it down and just, there are trash cans at the end of security. So do be respectful and throw away your wipe when you're done. People may be giving you ugly looks because you're holding up the line, but that's okay. You'll never see those people again. Just be polite. Another thing that came up right before COVID-19 is that you have to have your pockets empty when you're going through the airport security. They don't even want a Kleenex in your pockets. Our son does not have pre-check. When I have to fly with him, I always forget to take out my Kleenex. TSA.gov is the website for the Transportation Security Administration. It is very helpful for you as a passenger. If you have a child with disabilities or you have disabilities, just scroll down, and on the right-hand side, you'll see a section for that. In the top right corner of this website, it is a section called What Can I Bring? And you can type in there. It has an alphabetical list of what you can bring in your checked bags as well as in your carry-on bags. Know before you go. It's going to help you be less stressed because you stressed less by doing it beforehand. In the description box below, I will also give you a link of the frequently asked questions that TSA has. It's so helpful. And then one other thing I want you to know before you travel is that you can download the free My TSA app, and on it, it says Ask TSA a Question. You can do that. It takes you to their Facebook Messenger page or a Twitter page where you can ask them a question. They answer you during the week and then sometimes on the weekend, unless it's a holiday weekend. Several of you do not have a driver's license, or you are not old enough to have a driver's license. I will link a whole section from their website that talks about alternative forms of ID. Those links are going to take you directly to where they talk about those things. If you're on Instagram, follow me at Travel Tips by Laurie. I share some outfits, but also tips and tricks twice a week on there. There are several mistakes that new passengers or passengers who have not flown in a while do make. So I will link a video of mistakes not to make when you travel. Thanks so much for the time that you spend on our channel. Say hey down below if we have not met yet. I really appreciate your time. I know you have options, so thank you.